Let's talk a little bit about the partial lunar eclipse of the early morning hours of Friday, November 19th, 2021. In general, lunar eclipses occur when the moon passes into the Earth's shadow, as you can see from the diagram. Friday's eclipse will occur on a micromoon. The November full moon is known as the beaver moon because beavers are preparing for winter, or rivers freezing over, which in Mi'kmaq language is pronounced Keptikawigoose. At maximum, the moon's face will be approximately 97% covered by the deepest part of the Earth's shadow and will probably turn a deep red, as stated by Indiana's Holcomb Observatory. Friday's eclipse will be historical. It's an unusually long eclipse. It will be the longest partial lunar eclipse since the year 1440 and the longest until 2669. The entire event will last about 6 hours and 2 minutes. The partial eclipse phase will last about 3 hours, 28 minutes, and 24 seconds. Exactly why is this eclipse so long? The eclipse will occur about 41 hours before apogee, when the moon is furthest from Earth. The farther away the moon is, the slower it travels along its orbit, which means it takes longer to pass through the Earth's shadow. For perspective, the eclipse that occurred back on May 26, 2021, was roughly 1 hour less than the one that will occur on Friday. May's eclipse was on a supermoon. That was 9 hours after perigee, when the moon is closest to Earth. As you can see by this map produced by NASA JPL Caltech, the eclipse will be visible in North and South America, the Pacific region, Australia, and Eastern Asia, weather permitting, of course. The eclipse will occur in different phases. The penumbral eclipse begins at 6:02 UTC, adjust for your time zone, of course. This is 1:02 a.m. Eastern. The partial eclipse begins at 2:19 a.m. Eastern. The greatest eclipse will occur at 4:03 a.m. Eastern, and the partial eclipse will end at 5:47 a.m. Eastern. Penumbral eclipse ends at 7:04 a.m. Eastern. However, the moon will have set by then. Wondering what to expect? Check out this animation from timeanddate.com. Space.com offers us these best practice tips. Dress warmly and in layers. Bring equipment outside at least half an hour before you expect to use it to avoid any condensation problems. As a side note, you may want to consider using a dew heater or chemical heaters. Make sure that all batteries are well charged. Pack extra battery packs if you are in an especially frigid region. The cold will drain your equipment capacity rather quickly. Let your eyes adjust to the darkness at least 20 to 30 minutes if you plan to look at other targets. The moon itself is very bright, so if you just plan on observing the moon, you do not need to do this. If you must use a phone or flashlight to consult a star map, for example, make sure that you use a red filter or light to protect your night vision in case you are doing any deep sky observing. November 2021 is a great month to be looking up at the night sky. In the evening, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn are highly visible. The Leonid meteor shower will peak on Thursday, November 18th, and it'll still be visible on Friday. But remember, bright full moons do wash out meteors. And then if you are still awake early in the morning, Mars will be rising. Here's an interesting fact for you. As timeanddate.com shares, an eclipse never comes alone. Solar eclipses always occur about 2 weeks before or after a lunar eclipse. Usually there are 2 eclipses in a row, but other times there may be 3 during a season. This is the first eclipse for this season. The second eclipse this season will occur on December 4th, 2021, when viewers in Antarctica will experience a total solar eclipse. Parts of southern Africa, including locations in South Africa and Namibia, will experience a partial solar eclipse. Got clouds? Well, remember, someone somewhere has clear skies. You can watch the eclipse virtually. I always recommend Astronomy by the Bay, who is located in New Brunswick, Canada. They do wonderful live streams. In case they're clouded out, here are some other sites as well that are planning on doing virtual viewings. Or you can find an event online by searching Lunar Eclipse Live Stream November 2021. And if you do have clear skies and happen to get great photos, there are always websites that are looking for reader photos. earthsky.org, space.com, timeanddate.com, just to name a few. Also, consider sending your photos to local news or weather stations. They also like to show events like this. Thanks so much for your time. These are just some of the many resources that are available to explain about the eclipse. Wishing you clear skies. Hope you have success.